Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Bruce here with Third Down Thursdays. Tonight we have a real treat for you. We have the distinct pleasure to introduce the newest member of TDT Media and to add to the lineup, our third podcast. That's right, TDT Media 3 times during the course of the week. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you all the host of the Wednesday show, Spotlight for Success, Mackenzie Alexander.
Hi guys, I'm so excited to be starting and just to have y'all watch and just come along with the journey. So excited for this called Spotlight for Success. I guess I can just start out and tell you a little bit about me, where I come from, where I'm at. So let's just go right into it. So born and raised in Michigan, small town in Michigan, graduated 4 years ago now. I am a junior at LSU, majoring in broadcast journalism. As you guys probably are thinking, well, Mackenzie, you're from Michigan. Like, that's Big Ten. You're at the SEC now. What a crazy difference. Yes, it is indeed. I am a Michigan fan. Yes, my dad is an Ohio State fan, but it's okay. We can work with it. But yeah, I'm in LSU right now. Been here for about a year officially and just been doing internships and working and just getting as much experience as I can when it comes to this industry, and super excited about this because this is just a dream come true to host my own show. And I just want to thank MJ and Bruce for this, and I know mom and dad are watching, but hey, mom and dad. But yeah, just kind of want to tell y'all a little bit on why I went even into journalism and why I want to do this show. So I played sports my entire life. Was always a dual athlete. I did everything under the sun, I feel like, from volleyball to basketball to soccer to powerlifting to track to you name it, to cheer. I did it. And so when COVID happened, obviously that was a crazy time for all of us. And I just was really shocked because I didn't realize I was going to be missing the biggest part of my life and didn't realize how much it actually had an impact on my life. And so, yeah, everyone knows sports was out of the picture. And so then I really didn't know what to do. Well, then that was going to my senior year of high school. It was still pretty big. And so I just majored in general business my freshman year of college because I wanted to be a CEO of my own business. Found out really quickly that I am not good at math. Well, I always knew that, but I'm not good at math. So statistics, math doesn't really line up for me. So I was like, I can be a CEO of my own business without having to do math. So then I started to talk to my parents and people around me, and I was like, what should I major in? I don't know what to do. At that point, I was undecided. I didn't know what to do. And literally, I was just like, I can talk. I can talk for hours, and I can talk to a brick wall. So why don't I do it? It was natural for me.
You're basically talking to a brick wall right now. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I would be nice to yourself. But so yeah, I always knew a lot about sports. I grew up watching sports, like I said, from Michigan. Grew up going to Tigers games, Lions games. Like I said, I played sports. I cheered on Friday night, so I was around football every Friday night. I just have a really big background with sports, and I also love it. It always was fun to me. It always came natural, and so I think hopefully what you guys will be able to see is talking, like I said, comes natural for me. And I have a very outgoing personality, a lot of people would say. And so I decided to make it easier for me and my life and do something that really came natural for me. And that's just sports reporting. I love interviewing. I love talking to people. The one thing is I don't like doing the same thing every single day. I actually hate it. I want to be in a new place. I want to talk to new people. I want to experience new things. And so I can't think of a better career. And I mean, you get to meet the most amazing people. Speaking of that, this internship over the summer I had was with a local news station, and it's called WAFB. And basically it's a top local news station here. And so many well-trained professionals have been there and interned there. And it was just a blessing. I got to cover the NFL. I got to cover all of LSU baseball last season, which if y'all know, I'm just going to say this right now, baseball is my main sport. Bruce, you know this.
I do.
Baseball
I do.
is my main sport. I love it. I played softball. I find it just so interesting. I love football, don't get me wrong, but I do love baseball. And so getting to cover that was just a dream. And getting to go to Omaha was incredible. And I just don't take those experiences for granted at all.
Definitely not.
Because I didn't really get to travel much in high school. I mean, other than cheer and my games.
Right,
Because I was just so busy with sports all the time. If you're an athlete or you were an athlete, you know how that is.
Yes.
But yeah, so got to work for the NFL, got to cover that, covered high school football, learn how to shoot and edit. And just like I said, I got the most experience that I could possible and posted it all on LinkedIn. And shout out MJ Hurley and Bruce because they found me off of LinkedIn. So
yes, sir.
It's on here watching. LinkedIn matters.
It does.
100%. So yeah, that's kind of like how I got to where I am. And I don't know, I'm really excited about it.
Dude, I love it. And I'm going to tell you right now, when we found your LinkedIn profile with MJ and I, we collaborated a little bit on it. First thing I said to Mackenzie, or excuse me, to MJ was, do you think we could get Mackenzie to be on the team? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah, same. Well, let's reach out and let's see what happens. And, we ended up clicking and the conversations that we had, and it worked out extremely well. And I'm very grateful for you being with us and on the team with us. Already you got people in here welcoming you. I don't know if you saw Alex. He's one of our writers.
So much.
Welcoming you. Uh-oh. Go Buckeye.
Yeah, we see that one.
That's great. I love that. That's good stuff. So you're in our platform. You're going to end up finding out there's a lot of people that end up randomly coming in or talking a lot of trash. So that's always super entertaining. It's going to be so much fun, though.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask about the background real quick, though, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
So you growing up in Michigan, you said that your father was a fan of Ohio State.
Yeah.
How are the dynamics with that, and what was going on with that? I'm sure he had friends or family that would come over to watch the Ohio State Michigan games. I remember some pretty awesome rivalry games with that, with like Charles Woodson back in the day, to even obviously like more current things. So saying that, how was the interactions with that stuff?
How was the energy in the house that day?
Yeah, exactly, even better.
Yeah, so actually my dad has a pretty like good sized family too. Like my uncle Brian, my uncle Brandon. They're also huge sports fans. Like every single year for Christmas, they always get sports cards. Like that's just they're huge sports fans. So my uncle Brandon always hosts every single year for the like Super Bowl, or it'll be at like one of the like my grandparents' house, one of the two. And so usually he's over there on that day because we're going to him, but daughter of the year, sometimes I'll text them a little like sweet little go U of M or go gold, go blue, just kind of like a little bit, and it really does.
That's pretty good.
Love you, Dad.
Oh, shout out Pops.
Right, shout out Pops. Wouldn't be here that day. But it's very interesting because literally not one other person in my family like likes the Buckeyes. Like he's the only one. Like my dad is literally like a diehard. Like he has a Buckeye. Like I can't remember exactly what it is, but I know it's in Ohio State. It's down his entire arm. By the way, he only has I think one or two tattoos, and one of them is for Ohio State. So if anyone at Ohio State sees this, get this man on the field. Like let him go to a game or something because he deserves it. Okay. So
wow, love it.
But actually something really cool over summer, working with the NFL, I obviously got to cover the Saints because I'm here in, close to New Orleans. And I got to interview Chris Olave, which if you guys don't know, Chris Olave played at Ohio State, was amazing. Literally had a great journey there. He's still kind of a rookie in the NFL, but he's not as bad as he could be. Okay. So we'll give him grace.
As bad as he could be.
He's valid. So, but yeah, I got to interview him, and he's just a great guy. Like, honestly, like, it's awesome to see, obviously, how players play and what they can do when it comes to the field, but it's also to know how they are as a person, and the personality is even better. And Chris Olave was awesome, so.
All right, so I'm going to bring it a little bit more current. Not current, but more local for some of the flavor for the people that are watching this from the Chicagoland area. So, because you probably knew this, we were more like Midwestern based before we ended up branching out to other areas of the geography of United States. And saying that, I'm a Chicago Bears fan, a Chicago sports fan. MJ is a Green Bay Packer fan. He's a Golden State fan. He's a Oakland Athletic fan, soon to be Las Vegas, whatever fan. So he's all over the place as well. But some of the guys that watch this obviously are Chicago Bears fans. And we have Justin Fields. I got to ask Mackenzie, from everything that you watched in college to now seeing him, what he's doing for the Chicago Bears, what are your thoughts on him? As do you see regression in his play, or do you think it's more so what's around him that's causing him to play at a level that wouldn't be consistent of a good starting quarterback in the NFL?
I think there's a few factors that play into it. I think sometimes the fame can get to your head, all the endorsements, all the things, all the people around you telling you what to do here and there. And I think, in college, obviously, like you just have, it's not nearly as big with the target audience. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have so many voices at you. So I think as NFL players and just like people who are now in the big leagues, I think sometimes people like that, they really just get a mental block. They do. I think mental blocks are very real. I think that he's going to turn around, and I think he can actually, if he puts the work in and he, stops allowing other people's opinions to come in, I think he can really progress and just kind of go through the block he is going through now. But it's going to take some work because it definitely isn't where he needs to be for a quarterback.
I agree. I don't disagree with you one bit on that. All right. Well, let's shift gears a little bit to go back to the history of like Detroit and some of the stuff that you like, baseball and whatever. We had a brief conversation about Miguel Cabrera retiring. What are your thoughts on him and his career?
I think he's like legendary. The Tigers, like if you know the Tigers, you know Cabrera. Like it's not like he's just somebody that's retiring and people aren't going to know. Like he's definitely left his impact.
Mm-hmm.
I think he made a big open door for a lot of people, especially when it comes to Tigers. We were talking who got drafted this year, Max Clark. I think having Max Clark as the third round draft pick, I think was insane pick by the Tigers. I think exactly they know what they're doing. And I think that when it comes to letting people go and people retiring, I think that necessarily the Tigers aren't as worried because they know they have more talent coming in. And it's like more of like an abundance mindset than like a loss mindset. And so, obviously he served his time well, and a lot of people will know him and they love him, and his impact was insane at Detroit. But I think there's a lot more to come, and I think he's never gonna be forgotten, but I definitely think the Tigers are still gonna be in good standing.
I do not disagree with you one bit. But
What are your thoughts on Max Clark? I think it's pretty solid.
on who? Sorry.
I said Max Clark.
I haven't really had an opportunity to look into him as in depth as you have. However, the things that I have read and I kind of seen here and there through like other platforms like Bleacher Report and whatever, good things have been said, and comparisons like have been drawn to some pretty stud players. So I really do think that like he should be pretty good. I shouldn't see a reason why he's been able to fill the void that is left. I mean, it's a huge void though. I mean, that's a Hall of Fame career, so I'll pump my brakes a little bit on that. But he'll be able to help that team in a way that will be needed for them to hopefully get out of the bottom tier of the AL Central, because we know it's not a very good division.
Yeah, and one thing about Max Clark I really liked, and I think that people kind of just miss by, is he's very outgoing. Like
Mm,
Max Clark knows how to get people's attentions. He knows how to be a people person, and there's nothing better than rooting and supporting somebody who like wants to give back to those watching and those who like give him everything he has. Because for only being, what is he, 18, 19 years old, he
yeah.
is like insane. Like, and he's so humble. And I think it's so important to stay humble throughout the process. And so I'm a big, big supporter of Max Clark.
I
I
love
really
it.
am.
I love it. I love that. Well, before we continue this amazing conversation and introduction into Mackenzie Alexander and her show Spotlight for Success, we have to show a little bit of love to one of our partners here.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertzepny at Builders Block Insurance Group, Erie Insurance at 704-464-4544, let him know that Third Down Thursdays and Spotlight for Success sent you, and let him know that I am better than him at Call of Duty. That's a little joke that we do on Third Down Thursday. So you can say whatever you want there, Mackenzie. Anyway, so Mackenzie, I think that was we did a really good job of seeing what you're about, and some of your knowledge of the amazing rivalries going up in Big Ten country, and little baseball action. Saying that
rivalries, let's just talk about a game coming up that I feel like is
okay, go for it.
Michigan State. I want to know y'all's opinion, what you think, who's going to win. Personally, I'm a U of M fan, and I believe that they have so much more advantage over Michigan State. But I'm going Michigan. I think that wasn't nothing surprising. I just think losing Mel Tucker was a huge downfall for Michigan State. I just do. And losing a coach is never easy. It's that's their foundation, and so when they lose their foundation, can you really blame them for falling? No. But I think that JJ McCarthy is insane. I think he's awesome, not only as a player, but as a person. And I'm really excited to see how he performs.
I love that. And I couldn't agree with you more with regards to atmosphere and culture for a team. If you have a huge disruption, especially at the head coaching position of any team, it doesn't matter what level you're on, professional, college, or amateur, or whatever, you're going to have issues. And yeah, I'm definitely not going Michigan State for this one. I'll go U of M too.
My best friend is watching this too right now, and she goes Michigan State. So I love you, Lily, but
called her out. All right, we have one of our writers also asking Alex one more time, jumping in. I have to ask, are you related to Jason Alexander?
No, I am not.
I don't. Not that you're aware of. Not that you're aware of.
And I'm the right, but then again, no, maybe one lost cousin or something.
That's fair. I have. We won't talk about it on the platform, but I have some pretty hilarious people that I'm related to, and distant cousin type stuff, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, what I was going to actually ask you though, Mackenzie, if you could give it an intro also to what you're going to be doing for the show platform, who's going to be bringing in, who you're going to be trying to do with it, because some of the ideas that you've talked to me about, I think they're phenomenal. But I also want to hear what the week to week, and I'm sure everybody out there wants to hear what the week to week production is going to be all about.
Yeah. So once again, like I said, I don't think I should say this. It's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. CST. And basically, something I've really noticed as a reporter, and I guess just throughout just my experience so far, is I love human interest stories. I love talking with people, and I love getting to know who the person is. And I'm not talking about who they are with just the number on their jersey, but who they are as a person, where they came from, why they're the way they are. And there's just so much. I have so many visions for the show, but just one of them, obviously, since I go to LSU, I want to bring a lot of Louisiana, football players, baseball players, basketball players, the women's basketball team, obviously you guys know, where it's literally dominating right now. Lil Wayne is literally coming to perform for their first.
That's awesome.
So it is insane, and Angel Reese is a beast, and yeah, it's honestly just a joy to get to work with those kind of people because they're awesome on and off the court. Like I said, I've covered high school football, so high school football. One of the stories I hope to be covering here soon is there's a high school here named Catholic. If you are a Rangers fan or an Astros fan, this might come surprise you, or maybe you already know this, but Josh Smith, who is in the Texas Rangers organization, he is in obviously postseason right now, went to Catholic. And so Alex Bregman and Josh Smith both went to LSU to play, obviously, but Alex Bregman. I'm not necessarily sure where he went, but I do know Josh Smith went to Catholic. So he's one of Catholic's own. And actually, Catholic has 3 LSU commits, so 3 SEC commits with just one
That's
class,
huge.
which is huge, like never been done before. So it's going to be exciting, and I'm really excited for that kind of stuff. Kind of just also giving those people that are kind of maybe underrated a little bit, a little spotlight too, because I feel like there's always so much talk around certain people, and people start to kind of be like, why am I even here? I've talked to so many athletes, and they're like, it just sucks. I'm working my butt off and I'm not getting seen. And so I want to be that person that sees them when no one else sees them. And so it gives them a chance to shine because everyone deserves it. It shouldn't matter about, like politics or financial, where you come from. You know what I mean? Like it's about who you are as a person, the way you play, and what you can bring to a team. So I want to be the person that allows people to do that. And just getting the real and raw, getting to talk about people's faith. And I have a lot of athletes who open up to me all the time about, just how they lean on God and how they couldn't do the game without it. And so just kind of a listening pick about that, but also something really exciting that's in the works. And can I get a drum roll, please, Bruce?
Sure. It's terrible drum roll.
So basically, my good friends at DP Dough here, I got invited to their opening, and they're just the most down, like to earth, humble people I know. And I love their food. Before I moved to Louisiana, I actually lived in Athens, Georgia with my best friend Haley. And there was a DP Dough there, and it was super good, and it was always a well-known place. And so moving here, the owner saw that I went to LSU, and they started a store literally right on campus. And so they invited me to the opening. I got to go and meet the family and the president of the store and all that stuff, and became just in such good relations with them and like have a good relationship with them. So hopefully we're going to get a sponsorship with them, but kind of a vision I have is I would like to go to.
They just got a free plug, Mackenzie. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, DP Dough. But if Sky is watching this, no, I love y'all for real. Like y'all are awesome. Y'all's food is amazing. Like they are the best calzones I've ever had.
Yo, okay. So real quick, I think we talked about this last week. The Chicagoland area, I don't think has one.
They do.
Okay, we did say that, didn't we? Where was it at again?
It's downtown.
Oh, that's where it was. Okay, so
you told MJ, we're like, I'm not going downtown, MJ.
I did say that. I'm not going downtown. I don't want to go downtown. Anyway.
Yeah. But so I was talking to Bruce today, and after talking to Scotty, and hopefully it will continue to progress and it's something really cool. But what kind of my vision for it is, I think y'all probably all know Dave Portnoy. He goes and he tastes pizzas at certain cities and big cities, and does the shebang and whatever. He just did one actually at LSU. He was actually at LSU. Who's
Dave Portnoy? We don't know who that person is on.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't know who he is,
no, we don't. We don't want to plug him. He already has enough money, Mackenzie. No, I'm just playing.
All right, let everybody eat over here. But yeah, Barstool Sports. If you know who it is, you know who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I kind of want to go to like Big Ten schools because a lot of them have stores there for DP Dough and SEC obviously schools, and kind of just like it may be like a once a month thing, and we'll do a show like at DP Dough and have an athlete or whoever it may be. Maybe it might be the NFL, maybe it might be the MLB, maybe it might be college. Who knows yet? But like to come in to do an interview, come on the show, eat some DP Dough, and just have a conversation with y'all while y'all watch.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I honestly, I love calzones too. Like that's the thing. As soon as you said calzones, I'm in. I am in.
Yeah.
And also for your content too. But the calzones really sold it for me.
Yeah. It's be super fun, and if it works out, and I'll let you all know y'all's kind of comments on that too, and what you guys want to kind of see, because obviously y'all's input is very important to me, and honestly can't do without y'all. So
same.
What y'all want to see too.
Same. Well, so my other question now, Mackenzie, like this is this is such an awesome pairing, I think, and I'm curious though. To this point in your professional career, who has been one of the most inspirational, coolest people you've had the opportunity to cover?
Can I have two? Because this is kind of hard.
Of course, you can definitely have two.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do the most recent one that I actually got to like personally sit down and have dinner with and like really like get advice from and just like mentor me, which is so cool. So LSU hosted a sports summit last weekend and basically had like Ryan Clark, it had Kelsey Swinger, and it had Reggie Chapman. It had so many great, well-known professionals. And Kelsey Winger is my like girl, like love her. We both interned at the same news station. And so my boss from my news station had been wanting us to meet for a long time. Well, we finally got to meet, and she's a sideline reporter for the Colorado Rockies, which I think I did not mention this. My ultimate goal is to be a sideline reporter for the MLB. Whoever will take me, whoever will take me. But that's kind of the goal. And so she does exactly what I want to do. And so I look up to her so much. And being both from LSU and both being in Manship, it's so cool to like just see how she's been so successful and how Manship helped her, which is the school I'm in. So she was just super cool, super, super nice. And I won't forget the experience of meeting her because she's the best. But I will say the second person, Paul Skeens, by far, like one of the coolest people, super humble. If y'all don't know, he came from the Air Force, you know, obviously at Air Force, he was pitching average 85. And then he came to LSU and he became an absolute unit. And his average was like 97, 101, 104. Like, I can't remember what game it was, but literally his last pitch on one of like the big SEC games, I want to say it was Mississippi State.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that, but I'm almost positive it was. He on his last pitch, I think it was his like, I don't even remember, I can't remember, but it was a lot of pitches. He was throwing for a lot of innings, and his last pitch was 101 miles per hour. Now I don't know who else could do that. Like I don't at a college level, like I don't.
Especially in college, because I mean, I'm interested to know how many pitches he threw in that game, and then for his last pitch to still throw 101.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? I should know, but I don't know.
Oh,
And
come on, no, it's fine.
it was a lot. But no, he was super cool, and he's really, really a people person once again, and I'm just like so excited for him and his journey, you know, at the Pirates. If y'all follow along, he literally already has like done so many innings for like MILB already, and so they literally like signed his check, and they were like, okay, well, we're good for the season. We'll see you next season, kind of thing. So I mean, the man is just insane. Like he's awesome, and also Dylan Cruz, like Dylan Cruz family, got to meet them personally in Omaha, and just like they're awesome. And I don't know, like LSU baseball is just a whole different kind of community, and
That's great.
It was blessed to cover them.
Sounds like a family to me.
It is. It literally is. Because you're with them so much, and even media, like we all are with the same people. All media knows media because we're with the same people. There was a game where we were there for literally like 7 hours in rain delay. And so you can only imagine, like, we're getting pretty close because we can't leave. Like, we're there. We have to cover that. So it's just like little things like that. People will be like, oh, that kind of sucks. But like, it really does bring you closer to the people around you. And it's a blessing.
Of course. And because like, what else are you going to do? You're not going to sit there by yourself and be on a laptop or in a notepad or something like that. You're going to have to, and what really else are you going to be doing other than conversing with your peers? That's what you should do.
Yeah.
So nice. I love that. So before, like, what I have like kind of one last question before, so that people can kind of get to know you some more.
Yeah.
We conversed before the show started, and I told you I went golfing today. Yeah. I'm not gonna reveal my score because my score is not very good, and it doesn't have any, and I don't want to talk about it. However, you did tell me though some of the scores that you had, and I would love for you to share how diverse of an athlete you are.
Okay, yeah. So, literally, I feel like ever since I came out of the womb, I've been like an athlete. Like ever since I was in second grade, it's when my parents put me in basketball, and I did basketball for 14 and a half years. The only reason why I stopped in high school was because I moved to a new school, and it was way different than what I was used to. And also I wanted to try something else, and trying to be a dual athlete and do two sports in the same season is just not easy. And so, so I started with basketball, and then I moved into volleyball, and then I moved into cheer. I did cheer was my sport that I did longest. Let me just
All right.
because I did like when I was like a baby, I did cheer. But so cheer, basketball, volleyball, then into powerlifting, then into
Right.
soccer. So and then into golf. I started golf my senior year of high school.
Can you share the score though? The scores that you spoke to me at the beginning of the show and before we went live, and I was just floored by it.
Yeah, so usually my friend and me always say this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget it. It's along the lines of like you you chip like okay, never mind. We're not gonna talk about that because we don't have so much time. But basically,
Okay.
yeah, so average I do around like a 72. But like my lowest score I've ever gotten is a 68 under par.
That's insane.
But
So I'm just
Ellis
gonna.
also has a golf course, and so it's like basically free for students, and so having that is such an advantage also. And like I said, like me and you said or talked before about Bruce, my family on my dad's side, like they golf literally every single weekend. Like on vacation we go golfing, so that's kind of a part of it too.
I got some catching up to do because I didn't really start getting into golf consistently until 2020. So, you can be
Well, golfing is free therapy. Golfing is literally free therapy.
100%. Well, so is lifting. So real quick, before we wrap this up, Mackenzie, please share with everybody the platform that you're going to be like everything's going to be using, your social media information, and that way people can give you a follow. And yeah, it's all yours.
Yeah, guys. Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world. Like, seriously, this is such a blessing and an answer prayer. And I'm just like so thankful and like all glory to God, seriously. But
Yep.
what you guys can kind of keep up with me is as you can see on the bottom, it says follow Mackenzie on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram. It's Mac Alex with 2 X's. And then X, if you guys don't know now, that's Twitter, but it's called X now. And it's just the real Mac Alex. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the most active on Twitter. I'm getting better, okay.
It's all right.
But yeah, so I'm super active on both those things. And also, if anyone watching that wants to do this kind of thing, like my DMs are wide open. Please text me. I would have loved to have somebody help me when I was your age in high school, wherever it may be. So just reach out. And so yeah, I'm just super excited about this. And thank you guys for coming and watching. And I appreciate all the support.
Awesome. I can't wait. And be on the lookout, guys, on ThirdDownThursdays.com, TDT Media, and also the other platforms. We'll be pushing out the new social media platform for Spotlight for Success. And that way you guys can see some of the stories that Mackenzie's going to have covering. And again, Mackenzie, absolute pleasure. Cannot wait to see this grow and see the success that you will have.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it.
No problem. And without further ado, guys, we are going to have MJ's favorite guy, the card guy, to close it out for us. And
Yeah,
Mackenzie,
we appreciate it.
thanks, guys. Much appreciated.